The master stays active. In every area of life, the master stays active. On Pure Sound L, in our language, we have the different areas of our life that we work with you on to get you and keep you on the path of purpose. Lifestyle design, leadership, culture, and business. And the master stays active in all these areas. I say, a jack of all trades, a master of self. So you don't necessarily have to be a master in every area. You're a master, you have specialties in what you specialize in. It can be an area, it can be a technology. However, staying active in these areas of your life is not only how you uplift yourself, it's how you're able to connect what you do to any and everyone else. The master stays active. Travis Sodawell, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace. Thinking about mastery. Keep talking about mastery. And as far as with our design of life, Pure Sound L, our Pure Sound method, mastery comes from continuing to work this system, continuing to work within the framework. It simply is. We all have our lives, go about the things we do. This is our method, our breakdown, our different areas of life. I know one breakdown of the different areas of life by Neely Fuller Jr. He's an expert in codifying white supremacy and racism. So he says there's 8 areas of people activity, as he calls them: education, entertainment, labor, law, religion, war, politics, and economics. So a master specializes in a skill, specializes in creating value based on that skill for others, and brings that skill to every area of life. So this is where we go into talking about the hot 16 bars. I don't know what I'm gonna call it in the end, but there's 16. So each of the 4 areas of life I mentioned: lifestyle design, leadership, culture, and business. These 4 areas have 4 parts within them. So we're talking about mastery, more focused on lifestyle the last few weeks. So we would talk about character, we talk about self-talk, about interests and habits. That's the lifestyle design. And tapping into each one of those areas, continuing to work. I got some character work I'm going to be working on. And interestingly enough, I've been reading a book called How Emotions Are Made. This one's heavy because it turns I don't want to say how societally in the West we think about emotions. And the chapter I was reading, just wrapping up, it was ending talking about how we lead with our emotions. Like this is research. This isn't philosophy. So it is a theory. It's theory based on research. In that we already feel how we feel. Then something happens. We take note of how we feel. And then that's where the rest kicks in. The rational brain kicks in. The decisions kick in. But it's whether we find something pleasant or unpleasant, and then whether it excites us or makes us anxious. And this ultimately goes back to, we've talked about this, religious texts have talked about this, Carl Jung has talked about this, but it's always perspective, in that it's belief. You have your beliefs first. You have your beliefs, meaning what you feel and what you believe about what you feel. So something makes you feel a certain type of way, you have a belief related to that feeling, and that's how you move. So we're working to get you to be a mastermind. We're working to get you to be master over how you feel. To be able, recognizing and awareness, that's one of the first things for anything. Getting the knowledge is just usually the first step. I would say first steps always are desire and knowledge. Like, you gotta have some kind of desire to do something. And then to gain the knowledge, you gotta be open, which is a desire demonstration. Open to the information and get the information. Talk about working on character. Again, this is tying together. I'm working in real time now. Meaning my thoughts are coming out as I'm connecting. So my concept, this isn't fully baked yet, but the concept is that in order to really project ourselves into the future, this is where vision comes in. It's something so important. What I've found is, I've done this, and this is what I'm working to switch up, is the vision is outside of me. The objective vision, if you will, the extroverted vision. What I want to do, who I want to be, but it's still largely looking at myself kind of outside. To where what I was beginning to work on was, how do I create a version of myself? The internal vision, so to speak. How do I want to feel in the future? How do I want to make decisions? Which is very interesting. Go back to, what do I want to believe? That's really what I'm saying. What are my future beliefs about myself and about the world? And connecting this piece that I just read. I think I read it yesterday, just as a reference point. What I just read, in that believing is your reality, and believing has to do with how you feel about things. And to, like, in our contemplation, right, when we're thinking about things, to really front load how we feel about something. Now, this can be done a few different ways. One is to just, let's say a classic is breathe 5 times, take deep breaths before you react. Well, you're going to react. We all react internally. It's more, take the time to take note that you are reacting and how you're thinking about what you're reacting to. I began this work a while ago, in that this is my word. I have misappointed emotions. So I may feel a certain type of way, and then what I think about that feeling isn't correct. I think the most simple, or not, it ain't simple, the most straightforward example that's coming to my mind right now is in relationships. And say, to be kind of general but extreme, to clarify, is that I could meet someone for the first time and I could be like, man, this person absolutely hates me or we're best friends. I don't know which. But let's just say to go with one way that I get a certain type of feeling. Maybe it's an anxious feeling. And I say, okay, this person doesn't like me. Compared to getting the feeling saying, okay, am I anxious or is this kind of a neutral feeling that I feel? And it can be anxiousness or anticipation. It could be excitement. It could just be the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. It can go either way. And then my belief connected to that is either anxiety or anticipation, which of course is a Myron Golden demonstration. Now, if you ain't heard that, soon as we wrap up here in a couple minutes, listen to Myron Golden. It's one of those, it's a life-changing piece. And to look at life with anticipation, not anxiety. And this is really what we're landing on. Because we all feel first, according to this research. The book is called How Emotions Are Made. And we all feel first. This is front loaded. We have feelings and we have beliefs about those feelings. And that's what we're looking to overcome. And when we're trying to do anything, this is where the feelings come. And then the key is we don't have to do anything. That's the thing. We just think about it and the feelings come up. And if you're so unaware of yourself, you have no knowledge of yourself, whether you're listening to this or think about some people that you may know, that whenever even them thinking about something, they get anxious about it. Whenever something new happens, they get anxious about it. They don't have open energy. They don't have accepting energy. They don't have excited energy. They don't have inquisitive energy. They're not asking questions to learn. They're asking questions to escape. This is fight or flight, right? I never thought of this before. But yeah, running is a lot of different things when we really think about it. Fighting can be running away mentally. Because if you really think about it, there is a fight to get to know yourself, to get to know what you're fighting against even, right? The challenge, the competitiveness. And then there's the fight of fear, right? So we want to have anticipation. And we can fight to learn, or we can fight to flee. So let's continue to fight and struggle to learn, to know ourselves, to reach our dreams, meet our goals, keep our mission up, continue to pursue our vision, and live within our values. The master stays active in every area. Travis Soda Wells, Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.